are all the people who do not believe that women deserve a bit of safety and privacy. We've got huge numbers of people out in London today and in other cities protesting the Supreme Court's ruling, saying that a woman is a biological woman in law, i.e. men in frocks can no longer go into women's loos and women's changing rooms. And the trans rights activists are absolutely furious about it. Let's take a look at one of the things that they chanted today.
One struggle, one fight! Palestine trans rights! One struggle, one fight! Palestine trans rights! One struggle, one fight! Palestine trans rights!
One struggle, one fight, Palestine trans rights. Yeah, I'm sure that in Palestine you would be super welcome there. Hamas, they would welcome you with open arms. They would celebrate you. They would respect your pronouns. They love the trans stuff in Palestine. They love it in Gaza. Trust me. Oh my goodness, what are these people on about? Let's have a look at some of the ridiculous signs that were spotted today at this protest. So this one says, trans women are women, trans men are men. If you don't like that, go shit somewhere else, in the woods, on a pile of Harry Potter books, in a hole in the ground, or on the head of another turf. How lovely and civil. Let's take a look at this one. Fuck the system. Very creative. What about this one? Are you a transphobe? Why not try a DIY lobotomy with a photo of a cartoon character putting a knife through his eyeball? These really sound like a really kind, compassionate community of people. And look at this one, guys. Babies for trans rights. Really? Really? Yeah, I'm sure that baby knows everything about gender and has read a load of gender studies books. Let's be honest, that baby probably doesn't even know how to speak yet. It looks absolutely tiny. You can see how small those little hands are, yet you're forcing this sign upon them and taking them along to this stupid protest. God, they must be terrible parents. This sign says transphobes are the dangerous minority. Not all the people who have gone into women's changing rooms and prisons and loos and committed sexual assaults and rapes. We've had a horrifying number of stories that they're not dangerous, just, you know, the transphobes, as they call them. This person says that the Supreme Court ruled for discrimination, violence, murder, sexual assault, harassment of an innocent minority. This is one of the things that really gets me, is the way that the left, rather than actually make any credible argument, they say, you are murdering trans people. Trans people are committing suicide in swaves because you won't allow them to chop their parts off and get puberty blockers when they're about age 5. They just say, we're all dying, we're all being murdered, we're all committing suicide, basically because, you know, to say such a huge thing like that makes everyone shut up, or that's what they hope. Just, these people live in another world. This one says, eat the gender binary. This one says, all transphobes are unlovable cowards. Not to be judgmental, but by the looks of you in your silly mask and your terrible haircut, you don't look that attractive to me. I'm not sure how great your love life probably is. What is it with the obsession with the masks? Okay, they've all got masks on, and maybe it's something to do with the fact that they're at a protest and they don't want to be identified and they don't want to be spotted. But I see them, all of these, you know, lefty liberal idiots, and you can spot them, right? You can tell, you know, what they're wearing. They're wearing their Doc Martens, they've got the blue hair, they've got a nose ring, they've got like a tote bag that says, like, you know, LGBTQIA plus alphabet soup on it, right? You can spot them pretty easily. And when I see them on public transport, they've all got their masks on. They're all terrified of getting COVID still, and it's 2025. Like, hello, COVID was a while ago. You're also like a young individual. You don't need to be so terrified. I think these people, they just live in a victim mentality and they are terrified of everything, even picking up a little cold on the tube. So they feel like they have to go everywhere with their stupid masks on, which they're probably making them sicker than if they didn't wear them, because I bet they never put those fabric masks in the wash. They won't put a disposable mask on because that would be bad for the environment. So they put these old masks on, fabric ones that they've never washed. This one says toilet obsessed twats. So yeah, those are some interesting signs from today. Also, I believe this footage is from today. Let's take a look at this.
Free Palestine, you fucking bitch, you're ugly.
And they got their karma. Hey, the police came after them. Oh yeah, I bet, you know what, I bet Hamas would love those nails, love the girls wearing these short skirts and whatnot. They'd be treated so well in Palestine. Also, this other video that, not from the protest, but I think it is quite relevant. This just shows you that men in frocks, they resort back to being men as soon as they get a little bit agitated and maybe they've had a few to drink. This is hilarious.
Fuck you! No, because I'm cool. It doesn't matter. I'm defending you, little pussy.
Oh, very feminine.
Pussy, little cunt. Go fuck yourself. You little fucking little dick.
Have you got this? A little bit.
You can't even.
Wait for it, it gets worse. Watch what happens in a second. And the wig comes off. Oh no, he's in a frock but with no hairline.
Only in the muff.
Oh my god, absolutely hilarious. Sorry, but I had to show you guys that because that really did make me giggle earlier. But, you know, although it's funny, it is a perfect example of how, you know, men, they may pretend to be feminine, they may pretend to be women, but you get them agitated and they'll get their fists out, they'll start swearing and shouting, they'll be like a crazy football hooligan before you know it. We need people like that, not in the women's changing rooms. And I'm absolutely gobsmacked how many people have gone out today to protest, how many people do not want women to have basic safety. Okay, this Supreme Court ruling, it's not stopping guys from wearing frocks and from telling people they want to use certain pronouns and all of this stuff, right? I might not agree with it, but they've fully got their right to do so. And there are other rights in the Equality Act protecting trans people. You know, like you can't fire them from a job on the basis that they're trans. So if you're an employer and go, don't like them because they're trans, don't like that, you know, all this pronoun malarkey, you know, you can't fire them. You can get done under the Equality Act, right? And various other protections for them. But they're not happy because we won't let them go in the loos. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. World has gone mad. Anyway, I'm Chloe Dobbs. Thank you very much for watching this video. Subscribe to the Reason channel if you've not already.